Alright guys, we're going to go live here in a second. Just got to do some switching. Apparently YouTube has changed their rules on what channels are eligible to do live streaming or not. Was not aware of this. Just happened. I just live streamed the other day. Anyway, welcome to Pdubs Arcade Loft. We're going to do a TMNT unboxing. I started pulling some stuff out to kind of try and speed things up for you guys. The main focus of this unboxing is we want to do more of the guts and the behind the scenes stuff, as well as there have been a lot of questions about the Marquee. Can we put an aftermarket Marquee? I know this is the Marquee that comes from Arcade1up on the Costco bundle and on the Golden Tee, but can we just plug in an aftermarket Marquee? We're going to take measurements. We're going to look at the control deck, and of course we're going to look at the artwork and stuff. I'm not going to bore you guys, especially with it being this late at night. I mean, it's 9 o'clock here in Arizona. It's probably midnight on the East Coast. So we're going to try and just do the basics. We're not going to do the full putting it together and turning it on. You guys know how to assemble these machines. Really just want to get to the nuts and bolts of it. Marguerite and Melissa's holding the camera, so if you post questions or comments, I think she might be able to see it, and you just shout it out to me, right?
Right.
So anyway, so real quick, let's just go over the riser, and you can play with the zoom on that.
I can barely get your head in the frame.
Don't worry about my head, worry about this. They don't care about me, they care about this. So this is the side panel artwork. Nice glossy feel to it, classic logo on the side panel, and of course we got the green trim. I can tell you one thing, guys, this box was just as heavy, if not heavier, than the Costco bundle. So, I mean, it took both of us to get it upstairs to the loft. That's the other side panel, same thing. Nothing too fancy there. Those are the inside panels. We don't need to worry about those. Let's take a look at the back panel. It's kind of funny. On the back panel, they did give us a little Nickelodeon logo. So just follow me when you can. So that's kind of cute. Obviously, you're never really going to see this, but it depends on how your machines are organized. But kind of cute they actually threw that in. I actually expected this just to be plain black, but they threw that in for us. So that's a nice little touch. And here's the front panel. I gotta tell you guys, I really like the artwork on here. It's got a really nice glossy look to it. Looks very professional, looks very top end. Does not look cheap at all. And of course the whole riser's got the green molding on the trim there. But I'm impressed. I actually like it. I like it a lot more than the Mortal Kombat and the Golden Tee risers that Arcade1up came up with. Anywho, so let's try and find the good stuff. So this box is huge. I have a feeling this is our monitor. And if anyone posts a question or wants to see something, just let me know, okay? Mm-hmm. So we can answer their questions. Want to make sure you guys get the most out of this. This is your unboxing, not really mine. And there have been a lot of... By the way, I got it on good word that my TMNT machine comes with the original arcade music. I'm totally kidding. I got the limited edition Ninja Turtles with the original music, not the re-record. So, Alright, so just bear with me here. That's your Marquee. There's the speakers. And we'll go through all these, don't worry. We're going to end up making a mess in here. There's our monitor. And honestly, I really want to see the monitor first. I know you guys want to get to the Marquee. Well, hey, at least they've improved their packaging over the last 12 months, that's for sure. Honestly, it's your typical kick plate. I'm probably going to put a different graphic on there. I'm sure all you guys will as well. Something that matches the machine a little bit better. It's not horrible, but it's not perfect. Alright, here's our monitor. Good Lord. Okay, so here's your monitor. Looks like for the bezel, and you can zoom in if you can. Kind of looks like the inside of a sewer. It's got a shaded look to it. It's kind of cool. I actually wish they made it brighter. They made it really dark. And you got the Ninja Turtles logo. So the bezels, I'm not impressed with the bezel, I'll be honest. Now looking at the back, we do have our newer PCB board. We do have our newer Bowie monitor. These are the same monitors that come on the Costco Pac-Man and Costco Mortal Kombat machines. Now those machines, Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man, they come with a light-up marquee which plugs in right here where the light bulb is. And here's the question, is instead of using their marquee, all of our great partners who've been helping us out, making our toys better, Arcade Game Factory, Arcade1up, Escape Pod Online, whatchamacallit, DIY Retro Arcade. You know, it's like, can we get their marquee plugged in here? It looks like it uses the same, looks like a 5-volt power connector right here. So we'll have to plug and play. So if we have any of those marquees, I got a couple that I ordered that I'm waiting on being delivered. I'll just plug them in here just to test them and see if it works. It'd be great just to plug them in, drop it in, we have a port ready to go. We have the on-off toggle switch, which on my channel we did a video on. We solved the mystery of this toggle switch, as silly of a mystery as it is. If your machine is turned on, and if the machine is running, if you flip this to off, nothing happens. If your machine is turned off, and you flip this button to off, and then try to turn your machine on, the only thing that'll turn on is your light up marquee. It's a very weird feature. I don't know why they gave us that feature, but you know, that's all it does, is it'll disable the monitor on your when you go to turn the machine on. Now if the machine's already on and you flip this, nothing will happen. No override happens. So the machine has to be off for that to work. Then of course we have the mysterious micro USB port that came included. I've done several videos on this trying to figure this out. Still unknown what this does. Obviously you have your power for your monitor port, and of course you have the speaker jack now. So because they're coming out with the dual speakers for Ninja Turtles as well as for Marvel and Star Wars cabinets, they're all going to have this dual speaker setup. They couldn't do what they did before on the first wave of machines, where they had those speakers just going right into that cheap little motherboard they had on the control deck that we had on the first wave of machines. So we actually now get our stereo sound. Now what's cool is because they put this PCB on the Mortal Kombat and the Pac-Man Costco bundles, what's nice is if you have those machines, and I've already done it, you can just plug in your own speakers and boom, you now have surround sound. Which is really cool on those machines, and obviously and all that. So if I open this PCB board up, I can tell you right now it looks exactly the same as the Mortal Kombat board and Pac-Man, but we can open her up real quick because it only takes a second to do, so just bear with me. Let's just be certain, because what's nice is we have the newer Bowie monitor on this. It kind of seems like the Pac-Man and the Mortal Kombat machines were maybe the test run, the Costco machines, for the new monitor and the new PCB board. And then they turned around. Geez, why is this not coming out? It'd be hilarious if we got some glue in here. Oh, we got one. Let's find the other. And of course we got the skinny ribbon cable. I forgot to mention that. Come on. Come on. There it comes. That one was in there really tight, folks. Come on. There it goes. Let's get this off. And let's see if we can get her out. Okay. Let's kind of zoom in here. So there's your toggle switch. It's now flip-flopped because we've turned it over. It's really simple, really stupid. I don't even know why we have this feature yet. There's your micro USB. That is definitely a micro USB. That is not a mini HDMI. That is not a micro HDMI. I've had that question a lot. I've tried all those cables. The only thing that fits in here is a micro USB. We just don't know its purpose yet. I was thinking maybe you could use it to access the internal, when you plug it into a laptop, and get into the settings on the motherboard and all that. Or who knows, maybe the Star Wars yoke plugs into it. Who knows? We'll find out what that's for. And then of course your power. But this is definitely the same exact PCB that they're sticking on the Costco Mortal Kombat and Pac-Man machines. You'll notice when it comes to modding, this is the same, the power, but when it comes to the LCD connector, you'll notice this is flip-flopped. On the old machines, the red wires were on the left. These are on the right. Now the one thing I haven't tried yet is I haven't tried to hook up an older PCB to the newer monitor by, you know, flip-flopping these wires and seeing if older PCBs will work on the newer monitors. I will do that in a future video. So just a heads up there. But yeah, this is just the same. And whatchamacallit, I'm just going to set this aside for right now because we want to check out this Marquee that everyone's worried about. Like I said, we're not going to go through putting the whole machine together and turning it on. Our main focus was to show you guys the nuts and bolts of this thing. And I'm missing a screw. Margarita Melissa, do you see the screw? It's itty bitty. It's itty bitty. If not, I got extras.
I don't see it.
You know what's funny, guys? I've been collecting these machines now for about a year, just like you guys. I have drawers and drawers of buttons and wires and screws and extra parts. It's amazing how this stuff accumulates. So no worries, I will find it. So let's take a look at this Marquee. So it looks like what they did is they put the speaker on top of the back piece to the Marquee. So if you have the Golden Tea cabinet, it sets up the same way as the Golden Tea cabinet. Is it the Marquee? No, that can't be the Marquee. Let's take a look here. I don't think that's the Marquee. Really interesting. Huh. It is the Marquee. We'll have to figure this out when we put her together. Interesting. Let's see what else we got in the box. It should be the Marquee, though. Oh, that's right. This Marquee doesn't light up. My apologies. I kept looking for a big, thick, light-up box. I forgot Ninja Turtles doesn't come with a light-up Marquee. So you'll notice that if you have the Golden Tea cabinet, you have to mount them this way on the machine. So the speakers are going to be beneath the Marquee. There's a little L bracket included with the hardware kit. So if you have the Golden Tea machine, what?
I dropped the camera.
Oh, so if you have the Golden Tea machine, it'll line up the exact same way. So yeah, this is just your basic flat Marquee. I kept looking for a light-up Marquee. I forgot this one doesn't come with it. So here's the question is, if you wanted to keep the same speakers, which there's your speaker holes coming from underneath the monitor. The question is how is our aftermarket competitors, or friends I should say, how are we going to get this mounted to those? So because of the L bracket, it looks like you would have to mount it. Yeah, so we have our two screws here, and then you have these which go into here. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. So you're looking at potentially having to drill 4 holes in order to use this. But then again, if we did a blackout board underneath, let's say, you know, Arcade1up, Arcade Game Factory. Honestly, you know who I think? I mean, shout out DIY Retro Arcade, because their Marquee literally just goes right on top of the Marquee you have. You literally do not take your Marquee off the machine when you have the DIY Retro Arcade Marquee. You put a piece of, it's like an aluminum foil that covers this completely, and then you put their strips on, and you end up drilling a hole like right here, and then, you know, running the wire in the back, which you'll be able to do through this. Honestly, so if I had to say, And then you put their artwork on top of it, and then their plexiglass on top of it. So when it comes to which marquee would I buy right off the bat from an aftermarket company to make this a light-up marquee, honestly, I would probably get the DIY Retro Arcade marquee, because theirs literally goes right on top of this while your machine is assembled. You don't have to take anything apart. You just have to drill one hole, like through here, to mount it. Mount the pieces to this board, and literally you're just covering this board. So, I mean, if I had to choose, guys, that's the one I would go with. Arcade Game Factory and Arcade1up, I think you'd have to do some drilling into the plexi if you wanted to reuse this. Now, if you're not going to reuse this, you could probably go with their marquees. So I hope this information is helping you guys when it comes to making a decision on how to order. And of course, let's take a measurement real quick. So from here to here, it's exactly 5 inches, guys. So for anyone who's looking to make these on an aftermarket basis, from the front here to the back, you're looking at exactly 5 inches right on the nose. No difference whatsoever in the length. So that's good information to have. And then of course, they have the holes drilled at 1.5 inches from each end. The holes right here. Yep, 1.5 inches. And then the middle holes are 1 inch from there, and probably directly centered. Yep, you have about an 18-inch marquee, just shy, 17.5, no, 17 3/4. So yeah, right there at 9. Right around there, 8.75, you have the pilot hole. So hopefully those measurements help you guys when you're trying to design.
Oh, I found the screw. Right by your hand. Literally.
Where?
Right.
Oh, look at that!
Sorry.
See? Guess she wasn't drinking any margaritas tonight, guys. She's got better vision than me. Okay, so honestly, if I was to order a marquee tomorrow, I would order the DIY one, because you just slap it right on top of this. You don't have to worry about this. The other companies, I think you're going to have to do some drilling and determine whether or not you still want to reuse this. So hopefully you guys are finding this information beneficial. I know I am. And like we mentioned, now that all the machines are going to come with stereo sound, when this is plugged in, this runs down to the audio port on the back of the PCB board, which I plug it in right now, but it's disassembled at this moment in time. Okay, so marquee's done. Monitor's done. Let's take a look at this control panel. Again, we're not really going to build the machine. You guys have seen plenty of posts. You guys know what this thing's going to look like when it's built. I just wanted to help you guys on the guts, the back end. Ooh, look at this monster. Pdubs Arcade Loft is a mess. How many people we got watching?
29.
Wow, nice. 29. Thanks for staying up late with us, guys. We appreciate it. And my apologies, we were going to go live on the YouTube channel, but YouTube has changed their guidelines on who can do live streaming. And apparently, we're just not a big deal. So, but we'll get there if you guys subscribe. Look at that baby. Obviously, it comes with the overlay. You got to peel that off. I remember the first time I got a marquee from Arcade1up, I was one of those guys that said, "Why is this thing so cloudy? Why is this thing so goofy?" I was like, "Oh yeah," and then Margarita Melissa tells me that we need to, uh-oh, we got a crack. Margarita Melissa tells me, hey, husband, you're supposed to take this off. Yep, unfortunately my overlay got cracked, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn in a ticket to Arcade1up tomorrow, and they're going to be like, "Wait a minute, the release date's not till October. How dare you turn this ticket in?" What do you guys see this? This aggravates me. And no, this did not happen when I brought it home in the back of my BMW. I had that thing tied down. That thing did not move an inch. By the way, guys, if you happen to own a convertible, like I do, you can easily fit an Arcade1up machine in the back of your car, as long as there's no roof. Check this out, guys. This is heartbreaking. Can you get that on camera?
Yeah.
Look at that crack. What the crack? Oh, that's terrible. Oh well. I'll turn in a ticket tomorrow. Get a new one. Ooh. You guys remember Michelangelo was yellow, right? Is it really that hard to find orange buttons in this world? I don't see how you're going to get 4 grown-ups playing this thing. Maybe mom and dad and a couple of kids in the middle. I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm a big guy. You know, I'm 5'11", 230 pounds. And just me standing next to this thing.
Babe, we're down here. We're down here.
Just me standing next to this thing. You know, you're not going to be able to put 3 of me next to me and play this thing. But hey, it's still pretty cool. At least they tried. And they gave us something we all asked for. So, there you go. We can take a look at the inside here. Let's tear her apart. If we can get these screws off. I really kind of want to see how they got these plugged in. Has anyone asked any questions, or have you seen any questions pop up?
I haven't seen anything.
Maybe hold it vertical, see if any questions pop up. Just in case.
You mean like...
Yeah, does it change the view where you can see questions?
No, it yells at me to turn the device.
Well then put it back. And don't worry guys, I also have an actual video camera recording, so we'll put that on YouTube since I couldn't broadcast it live. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness. 13 screws. I don't know if 13 is bad luck or not. Good God. I don't know if you guys want to see the inside of this control deck or not. Getting these screws in and out is going to be a pain in the ass because of how deep the well is. Make sure you have a magnetic screwdriver if you're doing this. We really want to see the inside here. I mean, honestly, the way they have this set up, there's really not a lot of room to drill more holes and add more buttons. Maybe 1 extra button for each player. I mean, otherwise you're going to have no space in between players. Come on. Ah, we'll get back to that one. Alright, this one's coming out. So far no glue yet, guys. But I bet we're going to find glue on the control deck here. Come on. I gotta tell you guys, they really... I mean, these are hidden really deep in there, and they're really, really small. And I'm trying not to strip them. Might have to go with a smaller screwdriver head. Arcade1up making their control decks inaccessible. We didn't put that as a you know what to do post. Man. Alright, this is kind of embarrassing. How many Pdubs does it take to get a screw out? Are you laughing at me, Melissa?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. They're really deep in there.
Hey, Pdub.
What?
Unlock this. People keep talking on your Facebook post, and I can't read it because it's not popping up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, yeah, this one's not even linked to my Facebook.
Oh, well, then never mind.
Yeah, I don't even... This is my work phone. I don't even have Facebook on it.
Well, then never mind.
I don't know. I'm sure anyone else out there who has a corporate phone and your personal phone, you definitely don't want to have your personal apps and shit on your corporate phone. Just a helpful tip. Oh man. Alright, this is embarrassing. We can't get these out. And I think I stripped this one. Yep, I stripped that one. Okay guys, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I stripped it pretty bad, but I can get it out. I'll have to get tools from the garage. Okay, so I'll do an update on the control deck later. I'm pretty sure it's going to look like what we've seen before, where you have this connected to the little motherboard here, the little encoder board, and then you have all the buttons running to them. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious what's in there. I just wanted to see it and show it to you guys, and my apologies, I stripped the screw. But man, these are some deep wells. So you guys want to make sure you have the right size screwdriver and make sure it's got a magnetic tip. And maybe you can get that off of there. So my apologies for that. Alright, let's take a look at the side art real quick. And when we're done with the video here, which will be pretty soon, I'll hop on that Facebook page. Ooh, I stepped on that. I'll hop on that Facebook page and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So just comment the post with your questions and we'll get them answered. Oh, and by the way, shameless plug, but if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because our Miss Pac-Man mod, which we posted on the group Facebook pages, we did something really cool with the sound system. We're going to show you a video on how to do that. Also, when you have tons of machines and not many outlets, we have an update for you on how to manage the power supply and how to efficiently get power to all your machines and not have any hazards, and also make sure you can plug in 20 machines if you want. So those videos are coming. Plus, we ordered the most amazing game room decor I've ever seen.
And is your contest still open?
Yes. So, you want to show them the Nintendo lamp? There's a video on my channel. We're giving away a Nintendo lamp. Contest ends on Saturday, this Saturday. So if you're a subscriber, all you have to do is comment to that video and you're in. And we're going to randomly pick someone and send them one of those Nintendo lamps just as a thank you. And then, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. And here's what I like. It's pretty much going all the way to the top. You know, I ordered, it says Marvel goes here. I ordered the limited edition Marvel cabinet. The one thing I hate about it is, just like the majority of all their other cabinets, I don't know if you guys noticed, the limited edition cabinet, the artwork cuts off right here. And I'll be honest, the artwork I see on like Arcade1up, where they've done the Marvel Superheroes cabinet, and Tyler and his team stretches the artwork to the top, it looks so much better. Honestly, when I get that limited edition cabinet, that's the only thing I'm going to complain about, is the fact that the artwork stops here, and then you got a big black space.
I did a thing. It did something. Help! Help! I don't know what happened. We're currently experiencing technical difficulties.
I think we're back working. Alright, so Melissa had too many margaritas, hence Margarita Melissa. So there you go, there she is. So I do love the fact that the artwork goes all the way to the top with the green molding all the way around. Remember guys, when we get our limited edition Marvel cabinets, the artwork stops here, and it drives me nuts, because the Mortal Kombat machine with Raiden going to the top, Space Invaders with the artwork going all the way to the top, it just looks so much better. I don't know why. I mean, look at how good this looks. I mean, if Arcade1up did this on all their machines, we would be that much more happy with them. You know what I mean? So yeah, beautiful artwork. Okay, so that's pretty much it. My apologies for the control deck. I got to get that strip screw out, and I'll just do a quick little follow-up video and show you what the inside looks like. I'll hop on the Facebook page. Melissa said some people left comments with questions, but she couldn't see them. So I will answer those before I call it a night here. I'm going to finish building the machine after we log off, and you know, because I don't want to leave it like this. And then it's bedtime for old Pdub. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Ms. Pac-Man video coming out, giving you options for sound systems for your arcade machines, especially if you want to install a 60-in-1 board and don't want to cut wires and trim wires and all that kind of stuff. Got something cool to show you. And we got a power supply video coming out, and all kinds of goodies. Nintendo giveaway. Don't forget to watch that video and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great day. You can turn it on. Rock and roll.
Ending live video.